Okay, I'm gonna do you a quick video here on the Polaris General. I purchased one of these a few months ago. It's a 2020. But what I was looking for on the internet was the dimensions so that I can make sure I get the right size trailer to pull this. So before we get started, I'm gonna just show you the dimensions. The length right here. It says it's 116.4 inches. So that's right at 10 feet, little right at 10 feet. So if you divide that by 12, you come up with your footage. So I measured with my tape measure and I got exactly 10 feet from front to back. So your trailer needs to be at least 10 feet long. And when I measured the width on mine, it was 5.5 feet wide. So you would need a trailer that is at least 10 feet long and 5.5 feet wide. And if you look under here, they give you a dimension here. It is from bottom to ground. It's 12 inches, 1 feet. So it's 1 feet from here to here. So it's 1 feet. And from your door, like if you do get a trailer, make sure the trailer has a rail not over 16 inches from the bottom. Because if it go over 16 inches and you try to open the door, it's going to bump right here. So I'm going to show you the trailer I got, and we're going to walk out and I'm going to show you how mine's fit. I got a trailer that is 12 feet long and 6.5 inches wide. It's perfect. I drive right in there. I don't have to worry about hitting my wheels or backing up, straighten up. It has enough space on each side. So like I said, this is 5.5, and my trailer is a 6.5 by 12. So I got plenty of space on each side. So we're going to go through a few of these dimensions and a few of the specs that you have on this General. You got a cooling system, which you use coolant. You can get that at your AutoZone. It doesn't matter, Home Depot, wherever they sell coolant. Get the 50-50 mix, so you won't have to add water. And your drive system, you have a all-wheel drive, which is your four-wheel drive, and a two-wheel drive. And you also have this other drive that's a turf drive where only one wheel will spin so that you don't damage the turf or grass if you're riding on grass. And the braking system is a standard braking system. And your engine type, then you got your fuel system, which is the electric fuel injection, which is nice. And this is 100 horsepower. Transmission, you got automatic transmission. You got your park, reverse, neutral, then you have low, and then you have high. And like this is the dimension of the bed, which the bed is right here. So if you want to put your cooler or you want to put tools, which I use mine for pipeline when we do inspection. So I got all of my drawings and all of my tools, whatever I need to do inspection, I can put it in the bed, the box. And this is a dumping box also. You can dump, just pull this lever and dump everything out. And it also has a tailgate you can open. It's really neat. And the estimated dry weight of this, and you need estimated dry rate is 1,430 pounds. So you want a trailer that can withstand at least this much weight. You don't want to buy one of those little flimsy ones from Lowe's, which will be okay, but you're reaching your maximum weight right there. And then you got your fuel capacity. And this is important. I wanted to know how many gallons it holds. It's a 9.5 gallon fuel tank. So it takes 9.5 gallons. And like I said, the ground clearance, which I said is 12 inches, high 24 inches, is going to do some damage. So be careful if you're going over some stuff. And where we are dealing with a lot of rocks. So I know my clearance. So I either go around it or move the rock out the way, because I don't want to cause too much damage here to this General. So that's your ground clearance. And this says the overall vehicle size, which we discussed that up above in the dimensions. The payload capacity is 1,100 pounds. And this Polaris is for 2 people. The capacity of 2 people. And the wheelbase is 81 inches. Then your braking system, front, rear brakes. So you got brakes on the front and rear, which is this thing brakes really good. And this one, the one I have, do not have a parking. Well, It doesn't have a parking brake. You just put it in park to keep it from moving. And this talking about the cargo system, load and ride, front shocks. There you go. Front suspensions. You got a hitch towing, 1,500 pounds. The hitch type 2-inch receiver. And these has the half doors on each side, and your cluster system. It has all of this stuff out here: your speedometer, your clock, your maintenance, your voltage. So it tells a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be doing more videos about this, but I'll be doing a few videos on that. And your lighting, you got headlights on the front, LED lights, rear shocks, rear suspensions, seat belt. Another thing about the seat belt, if you don't buckle your seat belt, I think the maximum speed you can get out of this is 15 miles per hour if your seat belt is not buckled. When you buckle your seat belt, you can get up to whatever speed you need. I've seen other videos where these guys getting these Polarises up to 70 miles an hour. I don't think I want to go that fast. Probably the fastest I would go would be 40. I'm just use it for work. So like I said, make sure the seat belt is buckled if you want to go over 15 miles an hour. Tilt steering standard, electric power steering standard. Your front tires, this gives you your dimensions on your front tires. And your rear tires, you have another dimension. You notice that the rear tires are a little bit bigger than the front tires. And stamped steel, the wheels. So here's a view of my Polaris here on the trailer. You see it fits really well. Like I said, my trailer dimensions is 6.5 by 12, and it is 12. So I hope this video helped, and I really enjoy this Polaris, especially in these tight spots. I have to get through on the pipeline. It helps me out a lot. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel.